What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. Today we are going to take a look at T-1000 from Hot Toys, and you can still pre-order this at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. $4 shipping. I always put them on my pile of loot. My pile of loot is actually getting bigger, so I might have to ship that because Enter Bay is coming. But let's talk about this. This is one of those figures that I never had. I've been collecting for years, more than 10 years now, I think it's going to be 15, if not more. And I've never had a T-1000. By the time I was interested in it, because when I started collecting, it's all about back in 2009, 2010, it was Terminator and Predator. And then here comes the Avengers. And I was solely focused on that. And then by the time I wanted the T-1000, it was very expensive at that time. And I was just like, you know what? I was mildly interested at that point. I always wanted to have one because Terminator is one of those movies that I always come back. It's like RoboCop. You know, I kind of just watch it once a year. So I was just like, I always wanted this, but I didn't want to pay $450 back then. And this was 2015, maybe, you know, maybe 16. I was just like, I'd rather buy an Iron Man. You know, at that point, Avengers is at a full swing. So, you know, years have passed and I still just refuse to pay upwards of $500 at that point. So I was like, all right, you know. And then finally they announced a 2.0, and I was extremely happy because I'm gonna have another chance at a figure that I've always wanted, but maybe just is not willing to pay the price that the the third party aftermarket is willing to sell. But now here we are, a much better improved product with obviously the rolling eyeball system, better body, because the bodies of Hot Toys in the past, not particularly this figure, but a lot, you know, like the Jokers of the world, the Two-Face, has bad bodies. You know, they seem to break at the knee, elbows. Well, as far as T-1000, the 1.0, there was really no reports of that. But nonetheless, one could think that just the rolling eyeball system itself is worth the 15 maybe years wait, right? Not to mention that all the improvements, paint application and all that stuff that came along, the base looks better, everything else. And it looks fantastic. Look at this pose right here. There's some details that I didn't know existed. Now, I like this blogger pictures because they give you maybe like a different kind of take. I just noticed that the belt is pleather again. It looks like it. There's stitching on it. You see the width of it. His hands are huge. But I like the idea that it has different expression as well. Those effects are magnetic. So it works. It works with what they have. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't remember in the 1.0 if the turtleneck is showing. I never knew all this time that he has like a white turtleneck underneath it. Maybe I was, you know, not just paying attention all that much. I like this transition effect on the boots as well. And the boots it doesn't look like it's a split cut design. But I can almost guarantee there is some movement on the ankle of this. You know, we kind of got used to the split cut, but lately they've been using a solid boot, yet still it is movable inside. So it's the material is not, you know, the hard plastic of the past that you can't move the ankle. So that is a pretty good move right there. The overall look, aesthetic, this one, he doesn't look like he has a neck, but, you know, there's a lot of layers going on with the suit, and I can't wait to have this in hand. The overall tailoring looks great, in my opinion. It fits the body well. The pants are sitting a lot lower, you know, on what do you call that, on the crotch area, but that is to have some movement, you know, on the legs. You're not going to have him split or do any of the ground pound pose because of the type of character that you do have. But I wish it was like sitting a little bit higher. Maybe the pants, the material that they use should be a little bit more stretchier. This one is not too bad. Like this picture right here, you know, like it's because we're talking about the 80s here, where the clothing is not really, you know, that much baggy. This one's better. Maybe that's just particular picture right there. Maybe he needs to pull the pants up a little bit. But I like how it's sitting. Everything looks Like, it fits beautifully. Oh, this one's good. Okay, so that's not an issue whatsoever. The tailoring looks pretty good to me. It's a little bigger, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I've already seen the comments where, you know, they're saying that the face has downgraded. I don't know, man. It looks pretty the same to me. I think it's just the lighting. Because whenever this blogger pictures, you know, taking somebody with a picture as well, you want to take a high def photo as much as you want. So you can see at this photo, there's lights coming from both sides to create that outline. And that creates, you know, kind of distorts the image a little bit because it's too sharp, and also the light coming from all over the place. So, but I think overall it came out great. I think it came out looking good. Look, he's kneeling perfectly here. No issues whatsoever. So I like that. I like this, man. I can't wait for this, for the Terminator line. I wish they would do another Sarah Connor. You know, she's pretty important in that lore. Pretty important. So I wish they would. That would have been a good. I don't know how much it would sell though. You know, it doesn't need to be like an artisan per se. I wish they would. You know, if you do it, I don't know if a lot of people are gonna buy it for $500, but if you redo it again, maybe not the wool hair. I don't know, but something. I want to have a Sarah Connor. Hey, I want to have like the child John Connor as well to complete that lineup right there. I think it would do justice with every Terminator fans out there. But the second head sculpt also has a rolling eyeball system, which is really great. I mean, there's a variety of options that you could do to display this guy. One can make an argument that you could buy a second one so you could display him with with both looks. And you wouldn't be wrong. Can you get away? Maybe one day a third party would sell the clothing pack, and perhaps you can just buy, you know, like a third party body out there, because you already have the head sculpt and you have the effects. So you really just need the police uniform. Topo or somebody might make that one day. But let me know in the comments, are you gonna pick this up? How many are you gonna pick up? And if you're not, I want to hear your thoughts on overall release. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.